Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Millennial Money. Today, let's talk about the 3 roads that you can follow and I'm following on the way to be a millionaire. Of course, there is no formula for creating a wealth. Like Mark Cuban said that if there is one person in the same field and other person in the same field, if they follow the same formula, it doesn't mean that both of them are gonna be successful. There are a lot of different variables, right? But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna share with you the road that I'm following, or the 3 different roads that I'm following in order to create some wealth. Because I bet there is most of you kinda in the similar situation. They started from nothing, or they are starting right now from nothing, or they will start later on with the nothing, right? Of course, if you are born like in super wealthy family, yes, then this video is not for you, but at least I know there is a lot of people trying to get something better from the life as well. So let's start with the first one, which is for me, and always it was earning. Because if you think about it, you are not gonna be rich or wealthy or kind of like financially free if you are saving $100 a month, if you are investing $100 a month. Yes, and there are gonna be some people saying, well, if you put $150 every month in S&P 500 in 40 years, there's gonna be something. Of course, they are right. But the thing is, you have to think about different value of the money in 40 years from now and so on, which I'm not saying it's bad. I think it's very good stepping stone, starting with a saving or investing money in S&P 500 and so on. But you have to have in mind that you are not going to create some big wealth. So for me, it was always, how can I earn more money instead of how can I save more money? Because if I think about it, like my life, and when I was 18, I had some basic needs. Now I'm 24, my needs are way higher. Probably in 30, when I'm going to be reaching 30, they're going to be higher, right? I don't want to save money on the coffee and so on when I'm going to be 30 years old. So that's why I think earning is important, especially because I know people kind of in my closer circle, like not all of them, but I know at least 5 people, they make over 30 grand a month, which is very decent amount of money for me, and it's a goal that I want to reach one day. So why should I be kind of focusing on making 4 grand a month if I can make 30? Hopefully, right? Because I know all these people, they are not super people, right? They are regular people. We can go out, talk about the same stuff, so they just make way more money, whether they have big knowledge and skills, or they have some like kind of connections with the supplier or so on. But not all of them are business owners. Like there's half of them. So I'm not just talking about the business owners. So that's the other thing. Whether you follow the road, you go for education and you are increasing your value on the job market, or you start to do your business. So entrepreneurship, which I haven't done yet a lot. I just done it a little bit and I didn't do anything bigger, but I'm planning to do as well. I don't see myself to be employed here in big corporate for the rest of my life. Even though there are some pluses, but there is a lot of minuses, right? So the first one is earning. Then the second, what I'm trying to do on the way when I'm creating the wealth, it's kind of like doing budgeting or / investing, because I want to make sure I know I invest. I want to make sure I know how much I spend, how much I invest, how much I make. So it's good to have kind of like overview of your all cash flow for your life, right? Whether, when you buy property, usually you calculate cash flow over there. So why not for yourself, for your life, right? So that's my kind of point of view. It's good and it makes sense for me to understand the investing, invest the money, and kind of try to budget and so on. Which budgeting is not that important, but I think it is in a way that it kind of gives you strength, so you are above your finance. It's good if you can control something, right? When it comes to investing, of course, there are so many options that what we can talking about other video. But for you that you follow this channel, I like S&P ETF, I like real estate a lot. So there's quite a bit of options over there. So that would be the second, kind of like focusing on budgeting and investing. And you have to notice that, or you have to be aware of that it's correlation between all these 3 roads. I already told you the first so the first was earning, then the second is budgeting and investing. So let's go for the third one, which is, I think, very important for me when I was starting, especially when I had like literally zero money. It was a mindset, because that's what you have to have because you don't have any money, right? You have to be ready for that some of your friends are gonna be laughing at you or whatever you do, whatever you say. I knew I have to set up my mindset that I'm gonna be wealthy. And you know what? It was a very good decision, and it gives you strength, because I remember starting from zero. You have to have something like that because you don't have anything physical. You haven't done it yet. It's very easy to be, you have already a couple $1 million, and then it's easy to be confident as far as the money and so on. But at the beginning, you have to kind of create the mindset being a positive. Sometimes, like not over positive, but being a positive that it's doable, right? That's why you have to reach to people. They start from nothing. And that's what I did, or most of my friends, like the good friends, they are the ones that they start from nothing, right? Of course, I know people, they were born into wealthy families, but for some reason we don't keep that much in the connections and so on. There is something about it, I don't know, maybe it's psychology or so on, that people who are born wealthy, they usually associate with the wealthy people. If you think about it, it kind of makes sense, but there is no study behind it, so I'm not sure. So when it comes to like being confident or having right mindset, what helps me right now, it's my accomplishments, whether I buy like property, which I couldn't buy a couple years ago. That's what gives me confidence, because I bought it with my money, and I start from nothing, and slowly it's building. It takes a lot of time and a lot of work, but it's definitely worth it for me. But when I was starting, I was actually really like listening and learning what David Goggins was saying, because for you guys that you don't know, David Goggins is one of the best guy for the mental toughness and so on. So I remember I was listening to his audiobook, and I actually recently bought his new book that just was released, and he's great man, and he's mentally tough. So for these kind of things like being wealthy and starting something from scratch, for me it's about mental toughness, because there is a lot of days you get hit by brick into the face, right? It's hard, and you have to have a commitment, and you have to be mentally tough. That's what I learned from him, and I learned it very easy. I started running. That's how I build up my mental toughness. I remember I hate running, and I still hate, right? But I run a lot, and this mental toughness helps you pretty much with everything if you train yourself pretty well. Of course, I can be way better, but I think it helped me a lot, especially when I was starting, and now I know I'm on the good track because I already am associating with the people who I was not meeting a couple years ago, and I try to kind of learn from them and so on. So this was the third one. So third one is very important, having right mindset. You can let me know if I did miss out anything. Of course, I bet there is quite a bit, but I just wanted to share with you the 3 most important ones for me, and we'll see how it goes. With that being said, thanks for watching. You can support me with the like button or subscribe button. Until next time, see ya.